We think that the council in the last 8 years is a wonderful city. We think we've done a hell of a good job, financially responsible. We haven't run amok debt-wise. We haven't had to put special rates on, and yet we've got in excess of $100 million worth of extra facilities in the last 4 years that otherwise weren't here previously in the 4 years. So we're very excited. I'm very excited about it. I must admit it's taken me 2 or 3 weeks to negotiate the family matters in regards to standing again, because it's a big commitment.
Now, I know there was a question at one stage as to whether you were going to run or not. What brought you out? Is there any one particular reason that's brought you out?
Well, there is some unfinished business. I mean, we've been very successful in regards to a lot of the projects, but we've still got to have water security, and I'm there for the long run in water security, and I believe that's going to be put to bed in the next 6 months. So that's one of the major challenges. Just it's all right for Bathurst and Dubbo, for example, to sit there sort of smugly and say, we're right, Jack, we've got water. Guess what, Orange, we don't have it. In long-term security, the facts and figures don't give us that security of water, and Orange cannot. I mean, I'm on the council for our children, our grandchildren, opportunities and employment. I mean, we're there to make sure that Orange flourishes and continues to flourish in a meaningful way.
You're going to be running against your ex-brother-in-law, Brian Wood, and he's been accused for months now of running a vendetta against you. Obviously is hostile towards you. How is this going to affect this race?
Well, it won't affect my campaign. We'll be positive. We'll do the same thing. We'll talk about the same things we've done for 8.5 years on Orange. I've been in local government for 25. I put things on priorities. I'm afraid Brian's decision's his decision. That's great, and has every right to be able to do it. But in the process of putting on priorities, it really doesn't even come up on the radar. I'm worried about my team. I'm worried about Orange in the future, and I'll continue to do so. So I won't be concerned or allowed to deviate off what I want to do for Orange by personal or individual people. They don't rate.
The pipeline and the showground, are we likely to see those remain as major election issues?
No, I don't think so. The pipeline or the water security with the pipeline is at the state government level now in planning. I do believe, and all I want personally, and as the mayor and as a councillor and as a community member of Orange, is for that project to go to its final decision. And if it's a good project, if it's a worthwhile project, which I believe it is, but that's beside the point. If it's a good project that's worthwhile and it ticks all the boxes, it'll get a Guernsey. If it is not worthwhile, if it's not the right thing to do, it won't get a Guernsey. And I believe it'll stand up by itself. In regards to the showground, I believe we've made massive gains in the last week or so in regards to talking to the show society and to the nailers in regards to talking about moving forward on the current site, and also been doing work for that facility by the next show. So within the next 6-8 months. So I don't think they will crop up. Some people will try and make them election issues. I don't think that's the case. I think you'll find over the next few weeks that it'll be a very positive outcome. I think probably also we've got a situation where other projects will certainly come up as new councillors suggest different projects. And I think that's what we've got to do as a new council, is to make sure that young people especially, there is facilities for our young people, because if you go to any function, open air function in Orange, if you go to the parks, if you go to a football match, if you go to a soccer match, if you go to a fair, and just look around, it is staggering the number of prams and young kids and small kids in the community. Now, they might only be 12 months old, 2-year-old, 5-year-old, but like within 5 to 10 years, they're going to be juveniles in the system, and we've got to have something to make sure that we entertain and we keep those involved. So that's going to be the challenge, I think, for the new council.
Apart from the other experienced incumbents that are likely to be re-elected, it's quite possible that you'll be working with Russell Turner, another very, very experienced man. Do you feel that you and he could forge, a really good, beneficial alliance for the future of Orange?
Yes, I think so. I rang him when he put his name down, left a message, congratulate him. I think, yes, the possibilities are that this could be the best council for many, many years. Even though we're different sides of the fence on some issues, we are very committed, and I've spoken to Russell about this, and I'd suggest he would say the same as I, in regards, we're very committed in regards to making Orange a city that's progressive, looks at ways to do things rather than ways not to do them. So we've got to do that from the mayor, councillors to the staff, right through the system. And I think we can have a great alliance, and we should take the party politics out of it and make sure that, and I noticed that Russell, for example, is not running under a party banner, which is fantastic. So I certainly welcome them on board, and I think that's why you'll find that there is a number of experienced people coming back. Because of the fact that they want Orange to succeed. They don't want Orange to become stagnant. They don't want Orange to be stopped by splinter groups that are just in there to really slow things down. We're talking about a local government or a council that should represent the majority of people, and if there is good ideas from different groups, individuals, they should be heard. But in the long run, the majority of people that live in Orange should be listened to, and it's a silent majority.